This old opera house turned nightclub has seen its fair share of performers and musicians and other acts. Hell, even a boxing match or two in its day. But its most famous patron wasn't here to take center stage. He was just on a vacation from hell. Now, before we get into the story, it's important to know that Colorado at one point in its history had about 150 opera houses throughout the state. And now there's about 50 or so, and even less of those are still in operation. In fact, the San Luis Valley has 4 of them, one of them being the Antonito Opera House. Eventually, as music and entertainment tastes would change, the Antonito Opera House became the Gold Nugget nightclub and remained in operation through about the late 70s to early 80s. Now, our story takes place during Lent, which is rather appropriate since we're in the middle of Lent right now. So one night during Lent, there was a dance held here at the Gold Nugget. In the middle of that night, as one lady was enjoying the time of her life, a well-dressed, good-looking gentleman would come in that immediately caught her eye. He noticed her very quickly and asked her to dance. I mean, how could she say no? He was so well-dressed and good-looking, there wasn't a chance she was going to turn that down. And they went on to dance for what felt like hours. Now, here the story differs a little bit in its telling, because it was either her or her friend that noticed as they were dancing the night away, there was a bunch of scuff marks and cuts on the dance floor. And as he was leaving for the evening, they would look down to see that he had a nice pair of cloven hooves. She would take off running out of the establishment, and he would never be seen again. At least, that's how the story goes. Now, though that is the end of the story, that is not the end for the Gold Nugget. Though it has been closed and boarded up for years, efforts have been continuously underway to renovate and revitalize the Gold Nugget to hopefully one day open it back up in the town of Antonito so people have a place to go and enjoy and dance the night away. And who knows, maybe the devil will show up again with some updated dance moves and show us how he can twerk his ass off. The story of the devil dancing the night away is not unique to here. You will find several places that have similar stories. And as I looked into it, I realized a lot of them tend to be like along the Rio Grande River, which is the same area you get a lot of stories about La Llorona. So maybe there's something to it. I will say, though, that the devil dancing the night away wouldn't even crack the top 10 stories of weird shit that has actually happened here. Like, I just found out that we may have had a 3rd cannibal here. Like, what the fuck?
Her insecurity might have been a drunk and her father was obscurity. Nothing ever came from a life that was a simple one. Pull yourself together, girl, and have a little fun.